All right, 175 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
Who breaks rules cause they want to? Play the odds till they break through. Feel there's nothing they can't do. Yeah, that's on me. Got ambition, you want some? Put big rocks in the ring zone. I've been up to some things, huh? Yeah, that's on me. Think you next, see you play. You can come, but you can't stay. Oh no, see not how I play. Clear that lane, babe, that's on me. Doubt myself, never. No, I won't let up. I'm that go-getter. Yeah, that's on me. But you wanna rule it all. Take whatever is yours. It was written in the stars.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know whether you can count that last rep or not, but I'm gonna go for it. 6 paused. Moving on. So the point of today's session is not to hit any PBs. I just kind of wanted to try a little bit there, so I went for pause instead of regular reps. Worked out okay, but that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is to hold myself accountable purely for the next few months. You guys know I'm releasing the shredding plan. I want to stay on track as much as I possibly can, do everything in my power that I possibly can to bring the best package that I have ever brought, right? It is as simple as that. I have never been at a level of leanness that is necessarily what I would call difficult to attain. I have never had that because I've done everything so slowly. I've been around about 13, 14, I don't know, 15%, I don't know, right? I don't know what body fat percentage I was, never had a test. Maybe that's something I'll look into doing this year, but anyway, the point of today is to get us at peak bulk. I've actually already dialed it back in a little bit, which we'll go into a little bit later, but 175, this is how we are looking. I'm gonna get a good pump because I'm not about this unrealistic transformation. I'm not about showing you guys my physique, the end result being super pumped and everything like that, and the beginning just being completely flat, like, yeah, this is how I'm looking. I'm not about that life. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be honest, and it's gonna set me a difficult target because this is the best position that I personally have ever been in at this point, at this stage of my training, right? I've bulked for a lot longer than normal, but a lot slower than normal. I've been training for a bit longer, so I have a little bit more muscle mass, a little bit less fat, better body composition, right? This is the best position I've ever been in, and I am buzzing, absolutely buzzing, to get a little bit leaner, day by day by day. Starting with this lat pull down.
Who bust out the walls like Kool-Aid? So damn wild that you can't take. Freaking dumb, fools can't play. Yeah, that's on me. Doubt myself, never. No, I won't let her. I'm that go-getter. Yeah, that's on me. Think you next, see who play. You can't come, but you can't stay. Oh no, see not how I play. But you wanna rule it all. Take whatever is yours. It was written in the stars. I was meant to run it up. Run it up. Run it up, run. Run it up.
God, that was a tougher set than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, I'm buzzing to get started because I've mentioned this on Instagram before. I've not really talked about it on here for a while. I actually prefer dieting, just as a general rule. I prefer the structure that dieting gives me. I prefer the kind of on it mindset. You know, I know you should be on it in the off season, all this kind of stuff, and you know, oh, no days off. You know what I mean? Like, I know that should be the case, but for me personally, I much prefer dieting. And to be honest, coming from a starting position that was my starting position, if you guys have followed me for about 4 years now, you will know my starting position when it came to training was first year fat at uni, right? I was well over 200 pounds, I was about 209, 210 pounds, you know, only 170 centimeters tall, I'm a short guy, right? Now I'm weighing 175 peak bulk, right? With way more muscle mass than I was back then. For that reason, it's pretty difficult for me to intentionally go into a surplus, right? Intentionally eat more, intentionally gain weight, right? Because I worked so hard in the first place to kind of lose it and actually get to the point where peak bulk, you know, I have somewhat of a jawline, you know? Like, could it be better? Yes, but could it be a hell of a lot worse? And was it worse? Oh my God, yeah. I will openly say it, I am buzzing with the progress that I have made. I'm absolutely over the moon, and I cannot wait to see what is underneath this, you know, these little love handles that I've built up. They're there, but they're nowhere near as big as they have been at this stage in the past. And so I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I think more people should say this about themselves. You know, I'm proud of myself for the progress that I've made over the past few months. There's been so many obstacles in the way. Obviously, I've been super fortunate to be able to train in a place like this, but so many other things away from social media that have really affected, or should have affected training. And you know, I've done everything in my power to make the progress, and I'm really happy with myself. So I can't wait to get dieting, to get that structure, get that routine, really just start slowly but surely taking the pounds off, you know, slowly but surely revealing the muscle, the tissue is what you have to call it if you're a coach. I'm also really excited because I feel like this might be a bit of a long shot because people say you can't do it, but I would argue that because the physique that I have now has been essentially built from this room, right? Essentially built from a barbell and some dumbbells. Yes, we have a leg press there, right? But predominantly it has been the power blocks that you see there and the barbell that you see here. My entire physique for the past kind of 4 years has been built purely from that. I'm gonna have a lot more variety to my training and a lot more options for my training over the next few months, right? So when the gyms open again, I will be training in a gym on a lot more frequent basis than I ever have done before, giving me access to machines that I have never used before, especially on a consistent basis, right? You've seen all of the new equipment in Ultimate Fitness. I'm gonna be using that a lot, right? As often as I possibly can anyway. So I'm gonna be providing my body with this brand new stimulus that is on a consistent basis anyway. Might not be brand new, of course I've used machines before, but when it's used to this, just barbell and just dumbbell, and then when you attack it from a different angle or using a different machine that I've never used before, it's not an exact science, I know, but stick with me, bear with me, hear me out, you know? I could potentially, in my eyes, gain muscle because of this brand new stimulus that my body has never experienced before. My body has never had this. Not on a consistent basis anyway. So I'm buzzing to train on a diet and get down to the same weight, if not lower, with more muscle. And that means we getting shredded, baby. Here we have it. You're gonna have to bear with me slightly because this shoulder's still giving me a bit of grief. It's not horrendous, it's been a lot worse and it is a lot better than it was. But when it comes to the evening out of the sides and, you know, like the spreading at the back, this side might not be quite where it should be, but you'll be able to get the gist of where we are at kind of composition wise, you know? So I'm just gonna lower you down ever so slightly there so you can see the love handles. This is where we are at, 175 pounds. See it really starting to group up around the back here. To be fair, these boxes aren't the best boxers to be wearing, lads, you know what I mean? If you wear boxers that just don't quite fit you right. I didn't plan on doing this today, but I'm doing it today. So basically I didn't plan to wear the right boxers that wouldn't expand my love handles, you know? But anyway, you get the point. 175 pounds straight up. Let's pull these down slightly so you get a bit of a, you guys see what I mean? Just a little bit jiggly, a little bit jiggly. The difference is at this point last year and at this point in the past, this would be solid. It would be really thick, dense fat. It would just be a lump of fat. If I'm completely brutally honest with you, at this point in time, this would really not be looking good. And I understand it can look a hell of a lot better, and in a few weeks it will look better, but it's a hell of a lot better than it has been at this point in the past. So, 175 pounds, here we go. See, it's that I'm really struggling with today, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we are at, peak bulk. Am I happy with it? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm more excited for the next few weeks, you know, to see where we can really get to. The lighting's actually better over there, but to keep it consistent with the years previous, I've had it set up here, stood there, you know, so I could technically look better over there, but I want to look the same, if that makes sense, here. You guys know what I mean. I'm just trying to be as honest and brutal as possible to set myself a standard for what I want to achieve over the next few months. And you guys should do the same. You should be brutally honest with yourself. So I can stand here and upload this onto the internet and be brutally honest with myself and say, yeah, fat there. But I can also say, look at the definition in my shoulders in comparison to where it was this time last year. Look at the lack of kind of solidness of this fat in comparison to this time last year. I should, if all goes well, be able to say the same this time next year, and then the next year, and then the next year, you know? So peak bulk will be slightly less high body fat, and then peak shred will be slightly lower, slightly higher, slightly lower, slightly higher, slightly lower, each time until the peak bulk is eventually where the end of the shred was a few years ago, you know? So, I'll show you guys what I mean if I actually put you over here. So that is that, ladies and gents. That is where we are at as of, what's the date? 22nd of March, 2021. 175 pounds. I actually had a heavier weight on the scales, but we won't go into that. I have already dialed it in a little bit, but for the sake of this video, this is going to be the starting point. Give us a nice even 175 pounds. No excuses on the extra few pounds that were on top of that, because they fell right off. If I'm honest, I cleaned it up for a few days and here we are. Must have just been water weight, you know? So, I am buzzing. Day one of the diet for 2021. The LSJ shredding plan will be coming in the very, very near future. I'm hoping to get it to you guys in the next week, in the next 7 days. But if I'm honest, it depends on how much media work I can get done. I've still got a massive backlog of that. I need to get that done first, but the majority of it is done. I need to make it look pretty. Everything is written out. The plans are done. The plans are sick. Tested another one out today. You guys are gonna friggin' love it. The shredding plan is coming soon. Thank you all so much for your support. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do me a massive favor, drop it a like. If you're excited for this little mini shredding series that we're gonna get a little bit leaner than last time over the next few months, drop this video a like. Comment down below, subscribe if you want to, let me know what you want to see next. You want to see more fitness things, eating challenge, I can try and do like a healthy dieting related eating challenge. I could do like loads of stuff. I've got loads of tricks up my non-existent sleeves right now. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a massive favor, take the time to drop it a like. It really, really does help because that has been slacking lately and that has been showing, right? The correlation is direct. So please, if you have not already and if you enjoyed the video, don't usually take the time to, please, on this occasion, take the time to show the excitement for day one of my diet. I'm ready for this, people. I'm ready to smash it. I'm gonna make myself proud, I'm gonna make you proud, I'm gonna make my family proud. Buzzing team, absolutely buzzing. One more shot, here we go. The vacuum at this stage, right, and the cap on the delts and stuff. I've never had that before at this, yeah, I'm excited. Buzzing to show you the progress over the next few months, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Exciting stuff coming soon, especially over the next couple of weeks. You guys are the friggin' best. If you're still watching right now, I love you, I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one.